Kublaya pi baro kibapet yakani kumbor jongi upet no cable news. Kimat bakong sam jangka kubor mentah kata yau kilong. Penduk no kekenhuan menteri ya ke MPSC Regulation 3F bat menjur bantau ya Southly ki post Special Secretary. Lasdang ke Special Intensive Revision Arhajar Arpon Rio ban penjana ya ke thup nong thebut ha Meghalaya. Rak ke KSU ya ke Arpau tadi kimat hakmat Menteri Rangba ke bakan thup ya ke ILP bat MRSSA. Bensyai ke MSCW halo ke jing tokit ya Henry Umut kitai ya lekai kriket. Benskam ke High Court ya ke Rai Aijamin ke Session Court ya ke Sonam Raghu Banshi. Benkup buram ke JAC ya Menteri Rangba bat ke Deputy Chief Minister bapentekam ya ke OTS scheme. Bat play Menteri Rangba ya ke hostel jong ke School Pine Mount bat ya ke MTTA. Ka kenhuan menteri jong ke Sarkar Jala ke balai kenduk hagas ngi baar kala aji menjur ban penkela ya ke Meghalaya Public Service Commission Limitation of Functions Regulations syajar kandas pa anyopuar dah ke penduk no ya ke Regulation 3F jong ke jingtung kam shipor ya ke nong tre Sarkar bat kala aji menjuru ban penbait renti ya ke rukam kentiu kerdan hapo jong ke Meghalaya Civil Service Rules syajar kandas pa anyopusan dah ke tahu ya ki Southly ki post nekerdan Special Secretary ban kentiu kam ya ki officer MCS Kajela.
Menteri Rangba Kajela Konrad Kongkal Sangma Uloong baga kanun menteri kala ajing menjur ban penkelai ke Meghalaya Public Service Commission Limitation of Functions Regulations kat kandai sepanyo puar. Dah ke bapendo no ya ke Regulation 3F. Kini kita kejing penkala ke bakrau dah kejing temu ban penlong ya kejing tungkam ke bakuat ke penlong renti bat ke bapensyong nongrem kat kum kejing wan syakman. Ulang baka kendon jong kejing tungkam shipor hapok jong ke 3F keretang ya kikat tu kadikidau ke bamlakir. Dari kisnam ke belalek ke dalam penban kejing wan rak ki kendong kendram bat kala penjerong ya kejing tungkam shipor kinong tray. Dari mentah dah kejing don ya ki recruitment board kejing penbet renti ya kerukom tray kam kejing tungkam pak kejing ya syakmat bantik lupa kejing lat kam dah kebiak lupa ke por ke babun. Kumta on don kam tansyo ya ke Regulation 3F. Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulang menang ni syakmat kini kilo kejing tungkam ke badan kam hok ki belong tang shipor kejing tungkam kan long no dah ke kontrak. Tat ado banda pendap kejing tungkam ke bapura. Ulang bagani kejing penkela kan penklan pentikena bagan don kejing paka bagajing khoj kejing tungkam ya kinong tray ki bana jing syakri ya ki patba.
And then of course the pressure came on us to regularize them and all those kind of things, and therefore these kind of provisions have created a lot of complication in the system. Similarly, there was a position called officiating, and as you're aware, officiating basically is a simple point that if there was a regular employee, if the regular employee had taken leave for 3 months, then the department concerned could bring another person to officiate on his or her behalf till the person joined back. Now, what happened in our system and in departments through the years was that once the officiating person was relieved or was meant to be relieved because the original person who was working had come back from his or her leave, in many of the cases, the officiating continued. So the officiating person was getting a scale. So for example, if you're getting, 30,000 rupees per month as per the scale and as per the sanctioned post, an officiating person came in between to work on that person's place, and the old person came back after the break. In many departments, this officiating person continued at 30,000 rupees without a sanctioned post. So which means we had 2 officiatings or a double officiating that took place. And there were thousands of such cases where we had a lot of people who were there for officiating purpose but ended up becoming permanent in one way because they were given scale, but there was never a sanctioned post for that second person who was officiating temporarily. And we stopped that officiating. So we stopped the concept of officiating because it was creating number of multiple layers. And similarly, what we did for that is what we did today. The 3F deletion is going to be a very, very important step, and I feel it's a major step. It could have some inconvenience for some time, but in the larger interest of the personal department working in much more simpler, smoother manner, this is removing a lot of the unnecessary mechanisms that are there. Of course, if we do not do the reforms of creating, like, for example, additional boards, then I agree that this removal of the 3F would not work. But because the reforms are being done, including combining exams, including having multiple recruitment boards, we strongly feel that the 3F provision is not required anymore, and hence the cabinet today decided to remove the 3F from the Meghalaya Public Service Commission's Limitation of Functions Regulation 1972.
Ukonrat kongkal sangma uloong baka kanun menteri kalai kejing menjer ban penbet runti ya kerukom kentiu kerdan hapok jangga Meghalaya Civil Service Rules kat kendai sepanjang pusan. Daga batau kisau teliki pos ne kerdan Special Secretary ban kentiu kami ke officer MCS kejela. Uloong baling baka ne kesenjam kentau kilat ban kentiu kerdan ke officer MCS berkesorkar kela menjer bantau ya sau teliki pos ke batamai janggi Special Secretary ban kentiu kerdan ya ke officer MCS. Namara kejing syakri jongki ya kam kemla ban pelat ke kerdan kum ki clear jong katenat ne head of department. Ukonrat kongkal sangma ulong baka jing syame kene karai ke dairu kejing pun orlong ya kejing dawa ke bela slam jong ke MCS Association.
Basically, as you are aware that we have a large number of MCS officers, and the scope of promotion for these officers is sometimes limited. Some of them make it to the promoted as IAS, depending on the vacancies that are there. But most of them are not able to, and their cutoff happens at the level of HOD. And so, in order to provide another level, which is going to be level 22 in the pay scale, the government today and the cabinet today has taken the decision that we are creating 4 posts of special secretary. And this will allow the promotion to be given to our MCS officers and will enhance, as I said, their overall position. And it's one of the points that was mentioned in certain memorandums that have been given to the government a couple of times by the MCS association. And slowly and steadily, we are looking at how we can promote and support our officers and give them different opportunities. So keeping that in mind, this particular rationalization of the promotional hierarchy of the Meghalaya Civil Service, creation of 4 posts of Special Secretary and amendment of the Meghalaya Civil Service Rule 1975 was taken up today in the Cabinet, and it was cleared by the Cabinet.
Menteri rang ba kejelau Konrad kongkal sangma ula pentip baka sorkar pedeng kalabha Shihajar Shispa Klur Tengka yang ke Sarkar Jela ban Pendrekam yang Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin Act Arhajar Arpusan ke Batamai. Ulang baka Sarkar Pedeng kalabha Shihajar Shispa Klur Tengka yang ke Meghalaya na ke Bentak Kendai Benai ban Pendrekam yang kenekaan ke Batamai ke Mami Bujli Hakajaka Jong ke MGNREGA. Baik kenekaan Batamai kan sedang terekam na dok sitrik unaitung bat kanya dadok kalaipui terik uleber Arhajar Arpuhnyo. Ukonrat kongkal sangma uloong ba kapisa ba Shihajar Shispa Klur Tengka kandai kabesa makajing pulut ke ba kandai pau ke Sarkar Pedeng bat cipo na ke Sarkar Jela. Bat kanu kejing pulut ke bapalat ikan kapisa ke balamang on haban pulut hi da ke Sarkar Meghalaya. Uloong mabencuai kani ke skim la penterekam tang Shispa asngi hendrik Sarkar Pedeng menta kal kentio ke Shispa Arpusan sni. Bat kalapan yaru kikam ke bala ben pentrei na ke arspa sau po hado arspa asan po syaka palat laispa arpo teli hakil yang beper ya ke bamenca amsyam laken kita kikam ke ba kamat ya ke bala ban pentrei.
As you're aware that this is a new act in place of the MGNREG Act, and this has been enhanced now, and provisions like from minimum working days of 100 to increasing them to 125 days. This has been taken up in the new act, and other aspects of increasing the overall scope of work, where earlier projects like roads and connectivity were not given priority. They are now given priority. Earlier, Anganwadi centers, they were not allowed to be built under the MGNREGS scheme, but under this new Rozgar and Ajivika Mission, Gramin, you are allowed to build Anganwadi centers also. Similarly, schools were not allowed to be built in the earlier MGNREGS, but in the new guidelines, they have increased the number of projects So now school buildings are allowed, different programs for livelihood, which were not allowed in the beginning. Today, specific livelihood programs can also be taken up, different programs related to environment, water conservation, forest conservation. All of these programs can now be taken up. So there were earlier about 240 or 250 items you could take up. Now those items have gone up to 300 plus, almost 320 items have been included in the new act. And hence, this had to be adopted and passed by the cabinet, which we have done today. Apart from that, the government of India has sanctioned 1,100 crores as the normative allotment for Meghalaya for the next 9 months, because the implementation of this project will start tomorrow of this new act. So from 1st of July till 31st of March, this will be implemented by Meghalaya. For the first quarter, from April, May to June, the old MGNREGS scheme was being implemented with the old guidelines and the old act. But from tomorrow, the new guidelines and the new act will be applicable. And for this period of 9 months, from July to March 31st, the normative allotment given to Meghalaya is 1,100 crores.
Menteri Rangba ke Jelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulang baka kanun Menteri kala ajing menjur ke Meghalaya Money Lenders and Accredited Loan Providers Bill arajar arpun rio. Bat kini kaan ke batamai ke bo ke kendon bari ban pendrung kerteng bantek kendon kinong Airam Shimet leng baki Deputy Commissioner. Ban penti kena ya kejing Airam ke basai ban yadai kejing kenyot ben ban yadai kinong Shimram na kejing Syaot sut ke bahaya. Ulang kadi kalong kesenjam ke badan kam ban Shimram da kejing kit kliek ba kejing yadai keleng ke pisah ya kinong syong ke Meghalaya. Dalor kani ke kenhun Menteri kala ajing menjuru ya ke Meghalaya banning of unregulated deficit schemes lani ke BUTS rules arajar arpun rio. Kondat Kongkal Sangma ulang bagi rule kala tahu ke Sarkar Jela hapok ke BUTS Act ke Sarkar India kan penklan ya kejing penteri kam a Meghalaya. Bat penklan ya kejing yadai ki skim terpisah ki baklam te kendon. Kekenhun Menteri kala ajing menjur ban kentiu kerdan yau Sangma kamu legal remembrance and secretary jong ketenat law.
As you're aware that this money lenders and accredited loan providers bill, or the act earlier was the Assam Act, and we were for many years following the Assam Act, and therefore we decided that we are going to come up with our own act, and that's why this act has come into place. It is similar to what was there in the original act when we were part of Assam. It's in similar lines. But the main purpose of this act basically is to put a law in place to ensure that private money lenders are registered with the government. So the idea is that there are a lot of people who are lending money in the market, but a lot of them are not registered with the government. There is no system of monitoring them and no system of ensuring that they don't completely rip off or completely take full advantage of the public and people who are in very difficult circumstances, and a mechanism is there to monitor them and to see the kind of rates that they charge. They don't go in an exorbitant way. To monitor all of these aspects, this particular bill has always been there, act has been there, but as I said, we had adopted the Assam Act in the past, and today we have passed the Meghalaya Money Lenders and Accredited Loan Providers Bill 2026, and the idea is, as I said, to monitor private money lenders so that they are registered with the government through the Deputy Commissioner. The Deputy Commissioners will be authorized, and the Deputy Commissioners will further instruct or do the necessary process of registering these different private money lenders and monitoring them and ensuring that proper processes followed and the common people do not suffer because of different advantages that these private money lenders might take.
Menteri Rangba ke Jela Konrad ke Sangma hakiskin ba arjong ke tayo ulong ba ke Sarkar Jela kan letten ru ya ke Sarkar Pedeng bandawa penkala ya ke MMDR Act ne ban phathau ya ki wei ki kendon banti marpo khendau da ke jing start science ka bala ban pentrekam da ke nong ti par ki parin Ulaya tu baka soka Maharashtra bat Telangana gila menjur ban ajaka na kebenta bantai ya ke Meghalaya House hakite ki artli ke jella ban pensuk ya ki ba ke jella ban yuk jakasa habakile hakini ke jella.
Menteri Rangba Kejela Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula pentip Kejela kan serak banekran bat ke Sarkar Pedang halo kejingdan kam ban penkelai ke MMDR Act dan dibentau ke wiki kendon ban penlong ya kejingti marpok kendo kat kum kejing start science kabelak ban penteri kam na kebenta kinong ti par kibaret. Ula penpau kejingti open cast kadan kam kejaka kebahe kejing kencau pisa ke babon. Nababon na ginong tipar kimla satya ban ko ikabor kumpalabo namar kajaka kalong kabaret kajingdan serta budo yong ru kadegawai pat kabenta. Konrad Kongkal Sangma uliat hop unsara menekrani kenegakam bat umentri korbari ke Sarkar Pedang lembat umentri bede bat kakam tipar hadian kajing elang kakenun menteri. Walai kajing kang ti do yong nadat banweng bat laplat ya kajing ti kat kum kajing start science dekat Coal India bat ketenat mining. Ulong baki ai kebalong bat kaya per bah bat kinong tipar hang ni ha kejela namar kejing ya be kendo kadai kejing ti open cast keba omlak ban penteri hang ni. Ula pentip bagi Sarkar jela kala kuliah benia igi teknologi beper belaterwa da kinong tipar banlak banweng ya kene kejing e akan saya sam kene bagi Sarkar India da kejing kermen banyo igi jubab kababha. Ndai ula maham bagi kendon babo apo kari kidai babo kejing e yaki e baru.
Number 3, I will be also meeting the Honorable HM as well as Honorable Mining Minister in regards to the different mining issues that are there in our state. As you're aware, that though the ban on coal has been lifted, and though there is approval for scientific mining in our state, which has been given by Coal India and by the Mining Ministry and other agencies, the challenge we face is that the open cast mining, which is what the scientific mining requires at this point in time, is something that is not working out in terms of financial feasibility for most of our miners because the land size is big, the investments are huge, and the seam level that we have is very small. So there has been a concern and a demand from our miners that smaller mines should be allowed. We have been working on this for the past. We've been looking at different technologies. The miners had presented a very beautiful technology to us, and we are going to share that with Government of India. We're hopeful that we'll get a positive response. But again, as I said, it is not as simple as we would want it because these are standards that are there at the national level. And therefore, Government of India will have to change the MMDR Act, amend them, make different changes, or find another way in which we are able to then find a solution to this. But as I said, keeping in line the different needs of our people, this is a very important subject for us. And therefore, like we have done in the past, we will continue to take up the matter. Though, as I said, we have scientific mining, we have scientific mines coming up, which are open cast, which have started producing. But in order to be able to go large scale and to be able to give the benefit to all our miners, we'll need to work a bit more harder to get the different provisions at Delhi level in MMDR Act and other acts to be done.
Menteri Rangba Kejela Meghalaya uleto bagi Sarkar Maharashtra kala menjur ban ai kejaka bantai ke Meghalaya House betemai han Navi Mumbai hagador Sarkar bah nyuklur hagajaka kepada kedor yo ba kendai poklur tengka bat ke Telangana ru kala keluar ban ai kejuk ke Jingtai ha Hyderabad. Habai keren begini untuk kubor Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulong bagi ni Jingtai gendai nak bentagi patba bakin syakri kam tam e kisamla pulie kinong pang bagi nong song snong kiblet dan kam syakini kisor metro kum gi guest house bailat kambo ni kibriu kebadan kam ke jaka bakin sa bat ula betha ki officer bakin jingbot halor kani ula penpau ke jing sngo komen ban pentep bagi Sarkar Maharashtra kala ai kene ke jaka kador Sarkar bat uti kena bagani ke jaka bathamai ken long ke jingmantoi ke bakrawi kibriu jong ke jela Shosho upentep bah ke jing yo kejat jong udang shen ha Hyderabad ule kendo yo menteri Rangba ke Telangana bat tho siti ban kerpat ke jaka namar ke Hyderabad ke de ke wei ke sor badan bun kinong song snong jong ke Meghalaya bat menteri Rangba ke Telangana ulu menjur ban ai jaka ya ke Meghalaya ha Hyderabad bante ya ke Meghalaya House ke ban siyo shen ke jubab de ke jing tho habai jing khen gi project ke bandang wan Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulong bagan de ke senjam ke besmu tenat bah hagaba an sayo ki Meghalaya House bathamai nalor ka Greater Noida ha Uttar Pradesh bat ha Bangalore Kajaka Batamai and Navi Mumbai, Kajaka Hyderabad, but in Sapentri Ru Yaka Megalaya House Batamai have Velor, Kabaki Kam Jaka Kinsas Dang no Shen. But a Gajingtay Badan Menta Velor on Sapentlano Kunga Guest House, ba IY Kat Bagajingtay Kadang Sedang.
The government of Maharashtra has agreed to give land to government of Meghalaya for the construction of a new Meghalaya house. The land which was there, which was a new land which has been given to us, was at a rate, the market rate was about 90 crores. I had appealed and requested to the Honorable Chief Minister if that land could be given to us at government rate, which is at about 7 crores. And it's obviously a huge difference. I'm happy to inform you that the government of Maharashtra has agreed, and we are getting that land at 7 crores and not at 70 or 80 crores, the market rate. And I'm sure that this new land which we're getting in Maharashtra, this is going to be Navi Mumbai side, will be of great benefit to our people, and we expect that we'll be able to create a larger public area for it. I have been very clear with my team that this should be more on a public oriented Meghalaya house, more towards a guest house, more towards allowing students and patients and other people who require that place to come in. So I think that's something that we are really pushing. So I expect that process also to close very soon. But again, this is good news for us. I also would like to share that in my recent visit to Hyderabad, I got an opportunity to meet the Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana in Hyderabad. And I have also written a letter and appeal to him that if the government of Telangana could give land for Meghalaya House in Hyderabad, because again, Hyderabad is one of the metro cities, technically speaking, and a large number of our population is there. And I'm very happy to inform you that the Honorable Chief Minister has very readily agreed to give land to Meghalaya in Telangana, in Hyderabad, for the construction of Meghalaya House. So we should be getting the written response very soon. Verbally, he has given a commitment to us. And the terms and conditions also, I'm very hopeful, will be very, very favorable for us, which I don't want to share right now. But once we get the formal letter, I will be sharing all the details. But definitely, it's a very positive step where another new Meghalaya house, apart from Noida, Greater Noida in Uttar Pradesh, then Bangalore, where we are about to finish the renovation of the new Meghalaya house, and then the new land in Navi Mumbai, and the new land in Hyderabad, and also the construction of the new Meghalaya house in Vellore will also take place. The work for that also is going to start. We're going to shift the existing space into a guest house area, which will take on rent, and we'll quickly construct the Meghalaya house. So these 5 new projects under Meghalaya house for the people of our state who normally go to these different locations will be deeply benefited from these new infrastructures coming out.
Chief Electoral Officer CEO Kejala Dr. BDR Tiwari hakase balang jong katayo ulapan bana baka Meghalaya kala sedang ya ke Special Intensive Revision SIR arhajar arpondrio batkan kut haka arbo khandai tarik unaitung ban rung haman laki yeng ban pensisa ya ke thup kerteng jong kinong thap vote ban khanglat baki bomdei hok kemdei ban yo rung kerteng haka electoral roll.
Chief Electoral Officer Kejala Meghalaya Dr. BDR Tiwari ulapan mana bagajala kelas sedang ya ke Special Intensive Revision SIR arhajar arpundrio hadok kalai putrik jelio arhajar arpundrio hadok ka arp kendai trik unaitung arhajar arpundrio lengba kejengya lum jengtep man lagi dong yeng ban pensisa babrok kinong sosnong balab yang kerta kirung kerteng hapok ketup jong kinong tak vote bat ban khangla de kejeng bon kerteng ne kejeng rung kerteng gibre ke bam de kinong India. Ban penbiang ya katup nong tap vote ke bapaka na kebentar gitu ki baken ria asnong na kebentar ki kam ki jam ki bor election ke jela ki dan na kejing trailang ba ke jela asam ba ki wedi ki jela kari hagen kejing trail la penbiang lai hajar sans pa san puengut ki booth level officer BLO ki bladap yo kejing kai ke babenia bat penia jiki da kejing yarap ki ndro pungut ki electoral registration officer Chispa andro pun rengut ki assistant electoral registration officer bat saus pa pungut ki BLO supervisor habar ko ke jela Ka Meghalaya kedan baro ar pulai lak sab kundai hajar nreus pa sab sanut kinong tak vote. Ka batho bu wei u BLO dan kejing kle ban pet mar nreus pa anrupu arngut kinong tak vote. Ha kesingi benengkong lala bansam hado silak khat kundai hajar sispa ar kundai tuli i enumeration form. Ka belong san point not nyo na kasispa nagatup nong tak vote baro kawai. Apa dengan distrik ke Southwest Garo Hills kala record ya ke jingkot ke bahetam da ke basam arpau point sau kendai na kispa buat sedaga North Garo Hills ke badai shipau point arsan na kispa South Garo Hills nrio point nrio hunyo na kispa but West Garo Hills nrio point san na kispa kat ba ke East Khasi Hills ke badai ke distrik ke bahetam ke jingdon kinong tak vote ke jela kala sam arpu prahajar nrio teligi form kebalong sau point sau lain kispa ni kinong tak vote jangka haduk ke por lai beje janmiat jang si tarik unai tung. Bat kini ke jing sam form ke jing lom jing tip man lagi nong yeng kan beteng haduk ke arp kundai tarik unai tung.
Is allotted to them. So that is the first criteria we have chosen. And if they are not voter, so they should posted in that particular area. So that should be their serving area. So they should be familiar of that terrain, locality and people. So that is one thing. And as well as there are the BLAs from the political parties and a good number of BLAs recently the political parties, I would like to appreciate, they come forward and initiated this process to appoint BLAs in the state of Meghalaya also. Earlier they have not appointed BLAs so far due to several reasons. So now we are getting all cooperation from the political parties. We have the meeting at the different level and regular we are in touch with them. So any issue, any complaint come to and come across at any level, we will be there with all our team of BLO to the DO and CO office also to facilitate. So field functionaries like the BLO supervisors, ERO, AERO, they are on the task, so they are looking after this entire process and they will address any issue. No person can be voter more than one place in the India. So anybody whoever is filling enumeration form, they are giving the declaration ki I am filling this one and I am voter in this part only. So it is an offense if person willingly giving this one in the more than one place, and they may be liable to get the punishment under the relevant. After 2005 there are more than around 10 lakh voters increased, so their name is not there in the 2005 voter list, so they can give at least then lenience and their name of their parents or grandparents might be there in the voter list, so that will help.
Kinoy alam Kakasi Students Union KSU hakasngi balang kilalat IT dakador khas yaw menteri rang ba kajala ukan rat ke sangma banpen sngau halor ki arpau tele ki mat jing dawa gabakan thop ya ke jing dawa pentrekam ya ke airline permit ILP ban pentrekam pura ya ki entry but exit point kumbalapen kubor da ke Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act MRSSA arhajar khanrio bat ki wei ki mat jing dawa kiba kongsan.
Kinong yalam ka KSU hak citrik menaitung arhajar arpun rio. Klekendo yu menteri rang ba kejela Konrad Kongkal Sangma ban pensngo wi kijing dawa jangka. Hadian keje kendo ke Central Executive Committee yu menteri rang ba u presiden ka KSU uba Reman Kharjana. Uli tu ba kijing yalang kelayok benekeren halor ki arpau teligi mat jing dawa jangka seng ki bakentup kijing dawa ban pentrekam ya ka ILP. Haka bedai baka ILP u menteri rang ba ule pentip ba gajing terwa keladan bat ke sorkar pedeng. Haka ba kene kam garang saateng nrei ula kular ba ke sorkar jela kene biteng ban bot dia ne kene kamat bat ke sorkar pedeng. Halor ke MRSSA arhajar ka nreu. Uba Reman Kharjana uloong ba keseng kala persya gajing temu ban pentelot igi kendon jong ne kaan. Bat kala kransyai ban amai lat igi nu gi seng na ke sorkar ban pen kala yaki facilitation center la ne entry exit point igi food court. Kumbala persyang kniat sengi belalai. Presiden ke KSU lepen pau bayagan negaan empat penteri kam satiaw radian prasnam bela menjur yaka namar gejing penslam syabapalat. Haga bau menteri rang bau lepen pau kat to kani gejing ia ke beting ko berkian ke sorkar pedeng. Bat ka jingdang saateng banyo jing menjur na uglat. Keseng kala banjur akmat menteri rang ba baka kwa ek sorkar menteri kampura yaki entry exit point. Halor ka Meghalaya Identification Registration Safety and Security of Migrant Workers Act arhajar arpau. lai kerana kini kejing yalang ha ka bakaseng las musi even I kejing bampat pentri kampura ya ka watla kala IT kejing ajing mud ban pendrungi katuk ni kendon kebadan kam ban penklan ya kena ka ak. Menteri rang ba ulai ke jubab bat kular bagi sarkar kan sasyam megasin jam ban pentri kam ya ka ak naduk kejing pediang ya kejing ajing mud ban penti kena ya kejing pensisha ki pulet iginong bala bawan sebar kejela. Uba reman kharjana ula penpawa KSU ka yoi ya kejing bam le ai hakabede begini lai teli ki an bat ula bore kejing maham bala ka sarkar kamla ban menteri kam begini ki an meneda bat ban ai kejing itu bekerpang ya kejat benriok trai muluk kaseng kam ban sia ban menteri kam hi ya kini ki an dala dia ni meneda kejing mentoy jong jat benriok ke badai ki trai muluk
arpo tili kimat jing dawa jo seng ki bang la fa hagas ki penskam hagan retorik lingba kamil bat khas pratrik bat daga lingba kshiti hard copy di kejing ekran lalong ka ba kham jorong kendiat bat ibun imat ibalai ekran kabaning kong laikan syai ya kamat kaidai bat ka perekam no in line permit ya ka ba nakaliang tu siam long ba kani kadang don ha kadi kamat jong ka central government bat nakaliang ka state government kan jai persang kan jai tenduk ya ka jingkhang jong ka central government banyu ban perekam no ya ka LP hani ka jela jungi ada lor jong ka LP ka ba ar ngai kren chipang ka jinglong jingman jong ka MRSSE hani ka jela jungi kumbang lai thaki hani sni balet kladon ka kubor ka bangi I limbar lat patai kubor social media ka dei ban pengela ya kata ka felicitation center entry exit point sya kata ka food court da ka syang kren mentasi rajinglang bat ngilong ba horkit rodang na kaliang joseng inumla ban nginum sya banda ailat ya ka nonu ka kenhung dari ka sarkar ban pengela ketika felicitation center sya kata ka food court maku mangitip hi kini ka an tolong ka an kepala penmi na usam arja khandrio bakal ka kepala slam ba ban penrekam hendai na kaliang jong usiam la penpau ka tu ni kijing ka bayde ba ka jing diku bat ka central government bat ka jingyo jingbet na state no governor hendai ngilakan dak basai ba dakum ru ngiron kam ban kwa ban ino ya kata ka jing penrekam pura ya kani ka entry exit point MRC bat habang iyo ban penrekam ya ka MRC mut ngiron kam kita ki kerdop ki ban talasi MR klaim kita ki kerdop kam don jingmut ban penrekam ya kata ka MRC nalor kata gladon ru ngelaikan ru sepang ka Meghalaya Residential Safety Migrant Workmen Act arajar arpo ya ka ba hak sistem ki wallet na kaliang seng ngila ai ya lagi jimut ban penrung biang so katuk ni ki an katuk ni ki kendon ha ketika an krang ban penklan ya ketika an hendai songsi pat banong ba ya kani ru kubenta hadu mentang pat la ban I ya kata ka jing trekam pura jong kani ka an ban kaliang du siam ulong ba persang manya pentrekam ni ka an markat kum ka jing ajimut ka jinon kam hi kalong ba tang banda ba ni don kam ban yo ya ka police verification jong itu gibriu kinong bala di buana ka bar jela syak ni ka ban bala syani kari wa yet jongi bat nakaliang jong ka sarkar klap diang kata bat nganget scam ba ngin sai ya kata ka jinglong do long snam jong ni ka an hani ka jela ka jongi hani ka singi nalol kita ki bro ki bun ki issue ki ba ni ngelai keren berkentup ya ka reformation haka education sector health sector nangta ka sports policy bat ka reformation haka MPSC bat kiwide idon kimat kiba ulai assurance ban balak ban penbej ha hagini kita yo hani kisngi idon kimat kiba don kam banda ban nginap song perkat ba poin lagi mat ke ba nilai kran ke di alor ka ST order 1950 ha ba ngi ba bun ba ki wei pat ki jat benrio ki yo ban enjoy kata ka liberty ban ya jinglong jong ka riulum hakani ka jela ka jongi but ya kani nglat kan syai ban kaliang jong usiam long ba hadin belai opriang yang sti jongi haki benai akan retorik operatik jong benai bladap inform ya committee about clear da deputy chief minister
Ka chairperson jong ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women MSCW ka kong Yamans im hakisne balang jong ka tayo ka lapan remjur ya ka Meghalaya Cricket Association MCA halor ka jingbom shimkya nishim ya kisin jam ki bateng halor ka jing sha ale kan shlen hinyangut ki khna kan thai ka bela kai cricket ki ba hapo arpolais nem karta.
Ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women lengbaga chairperson ikong Yamons Iem hakashitrik unaitung arazar arpun rio. Kalapan rem mega Meghalaya Cricket Association MCA hadin baglalap egijing bam shim kya bagijing slam hadu san banai ban shim gisin jam haro gijing ujor balapan poin hadu uno opera jang kasnam balalek. Kani gijing singap kadai halor gijing shalek lam akor jang nyungut ki kena yel akai ki badi ki kenthai ki bahapo arpulai snam garta nakakanhon jang ki khat sangut. Kibal keno persya yu head coach baru assistant manager rengkat gejing teblang jeng sangut kinong tray barang ba ke MCA kibal kentup yu president berim secretary treasurer baru operations manager. Halor kene ke commission kelalap bekilapen ken ya ke an posh act bakal ajeng mut ban wengkam shipor bat wengkam mardor ki he kibadan keti bakentup yu head coach baru assistant manager. Da ke bakentat iki daw bak MCA ke ai ba ke jing slam gede namar ka election bagi kami yang syari. Kakanun toket ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women kalalap ru igijing duna besyarkai heki jaka bagi tiara ilakai kebapenong ikena kan thai ban sengos ir namar ka jingbam dan ki kamera ban kliang jan ki basngan bat kiwe gijing duna rengkat ka jingbam la ban penbiang ya ka bam ka babha bagi kena gidon kam ka chairperson kalapan ram ngene gijing event ka baja hapo ke imlang salang bat gloong baha bakari berkowai kedai crunch pangjing sngan juki kan thai henre ke MCA pat kalale da kumni Mentah ke commission ke labatha ke MCA keberang sujit temai bentem terikam ya barok gijing penbet bagi gijing penbiang ya gijing dan kam barok hapok kalai pau hadu hendro pausngi da ke bamaham balada kim la hapok kena kepor balabo ke commission kan shim ya ki senjam ki bakam teng
On the 4th of May this year 2026 we had our complaints the under 23 women's cricket team. A number of them came to give a complaint to the commission, that is on the 4th of May, regarding they named 2 and 4, like 4 people, 4 officials, and 2 main respondents who we believe to be, and proven also right now, that they had violated the Posh Act. So then we met with the girls subsequently, a couple of times, because we wanted to clarify, to get their stories and their narratives. And then based on their complaints, based on the conversation that we had with them, we had our first hearing on 21st of May. So then we called first 2 respondents, the head coach and the assistant manager of the women's cricket team. And we feel that we have given them a very fair hearing. We heard their side of the story. We called them individually. We talked to both the head coach and the manager separately. We listened to them. And then we called again separately, because depending on the complaint and who the respondents were, we called both the girls and the respondent separately, based on the 2 complaints. And they confronted each other in that way. The girls said what they had to say, and also the respondents said what they had to say. So we were satisfied that it was true that they both had violated the Posh Act. Accordingly, we give our recommendations and orders based on that first hearing, the 2 respondents. The head coach was actually, the recommendation was that he should be suspended for a couple of months or so. But then the more grievous case of the manager the violations that were there were more serious, so we recommended his dismissal. But then once we give the orders, it is not up to us to carry it out. That is the domain of the MCA. So we just wanted to clarify that, because there have come, news. The news is there that the head coach was this and that, guilty. So we want to clarify that he he was actually considered for not dismissal, but for suspension. The more serious allegation was against the assistant manager. Then, based on the complaints again, not that we called for officials, based on the complaints of the girls, there were 4 other officials who were named in the complaints, and that is the president, the secretary, the treasurer, and the operations manager, right? Operations manager. So based on that, we had our second hearing, that is on the 26th of May, we called them, to, for their clarification, whatever they wanted to say regarding the non-compliance, because they received the mail, and I think our legal will further elaborate on that. They received the mail in December 2nd and 3rd, but they did not act on it, and it was almost 5 months that they came to the commission. So you can see there was a huge lapse of time and date. So the reason and the explanation that they gave was that there was an election during that time, as you all very well know. And during that election, they were busy with that, and I think there was a court case going on, so the explanations were there. Our concern is not about that. That is an internal matter. We are concerned, and the question that arises here is that, one day we can understand, 1 day, 2 days, even a week, 5 months is not acceptable. It's too long a gap. A lot of things can happen. A lot of more violations can take place, and maybe somebody might be harmed. So this is a question that should be posed to everyone, and that's why it is like we consider a very great lapse, because it puts the girls in danger, and they were in fear. They shared with us that yes, they were in fear, but we congratulate them and we appreciate them for their courage and the fact that they huddled together for support. They committed the offense of sexual offense, but it's not that. This is more of a constitutional, institutional lack of responsibility, a moral responsibility, in fact. That should be taken into account. So this is something, that is why we hope that, that justice also, that more people would be aware about this. Because questions have been raised why he was called, why this was called, he was called, or that, or another person was called. It's only based on that. It's a moral lapse, And then regarding the operations manager, he did read the email and he did his duty. He's an employee. He did his duty. He informed the secretary. He informed the treasurer. That was the limit of what he can do. He had no decision-making power. And we believe, having had this conversation with him, that he was a very committed kind of person. But again, that moral question is being raised over here. One should be more mindful about these things.
Hashua bangin kimi ikikubor nginya paishwa shipor shekeni kijeng penbana.
Lily, Pikalan.
Kanda pi tharai kani ka pisa. Kali jono kani. Ba ka hospital te kala ajkai nang di.
Binti Ashwa hang ni hadu nda de por khamo.
Sister, hapsiu kat noma?
Ka sarkar kala siulut ikijing lut jing separo.
Namar man ka way pa ka way ka minsim ka long ka corridor.
Ka High Court jong ka Meghalaya hakala sing ublay jong ka tayo kala kentat ya ka jingkerpat jong ka sarkar jala hendrai kala penskam ya ka hukum jong ka Sessions Court halor ka jing ai jamin ne bil ya ka Sonam Raghuvanshi ka bala syak keno bakadai ka badan keti hakamat ha ka jing syak penyap ukurim jong ka Uraja Raghuvanshi.
Kaying Shari Meghalaya High Court haka arp kundai trik ujliau arajar arpun rio kelapen skam hukum jangka Sessions Court kabalai ya ka jamin ya ka Sonam Raghuvanshi kabadai kabala syak keno hakamat haka company ap elau jong ukurem u Raja Raghuvanshi unang khayi ne Indore haka single judge bench kabala penyat u Justice W Dingdo ulakan ta ya jengkerpa jangka sarkar jela kabala dawa ban pendamno ya ka jamin jongka daga bapanan kami ke section Sauspa Prapuar jongka Code of Criminal Procedure ke kendon ke baai borker pang ya ke yang syari. U advocate Sudev Thapa website negaliang jongka Sonam Raghuvanshi ulapen skam kani hadin ke jingpet menai ke rai ke yang syari ha ke arp kundai terik ujelleu. Kani ke kam ke syong nong rem ha ke jingwakla ke bakrau halor ke kom terikam ha kapor bakem ya ke Sonam. Kayang syari ke bakam apa kala ai ya ke jamin ningkong ya kani ke belasyak keno hadin belapau bagi kulit kemla ban pensyai kinong rem halo ke jingkem ka kabalapan kan ki hok jong ka hapo ka artikel arpuar jong keriti sensyari. Halor kani ki bor sensyar kem syamlala ban pentip ya ka halor ke dau ba ki la ai ya ke charge sheet ya ka hapo ke section sheet pa alai iwe jong ke BNS. Namar kini ke jing bakla ha kurkom trekam kayang syari kalapene akarai jong ka kabapo ban ai jamin kalong kabadai. Bat kumta kala kentat ke jingkerpat jong sarkar ban pendam ya kini ke jing ai jamin.
See, as far as the status of the case is concerned, the matter is already finished. I mean, it is already disposed of. And the Honorable High Court has already rejected the petition filed by the state, thereby upholding the or trial court's order, which means that the bail which they had challenged stands secured. And now, as on date, there is no petition pending in so far as the High Court is concerned, and the criminal petition which they had filed stands rejected.
We heard that the matter is the state government has taken the matter.
See, even I have learned about it, but I'm not really sure about it. But yes, I have also heard that there are rounds doing in all the medias that they have preferred the SLP before the Honorable Apex Court, and the matter was moved today and is slated to be listed again tomorrow. But I cannot verify this this particular fact or particular statement, because we have not yet. I mean, at least the Sonam has not received any notices yet. See, I cannot really say that, but yes, I can only at the moment I can only say that the grounds on which Sonam has been granted bail are very cogent ground, and if I can put it that way, it's very sound ground, because that pertains to the violation of a right under Article 21 and 22. Therefore, the ground on which the Honorable High Court as well as the trial court had granted her bail appears to be a very reasonable and a cogent on the basis of very reasonable and a cogent ground.
But till now, you want to say that about this Supreme Court thing, Sonam has not received the notice.
See, I do not know if they have received or not, but yes, we have learned that the state has approached the Honorable Apex Court, and the matter will come in due time.
Kakenhun ginong bishar kayang syari Supreme Court kebakentu Justice M.M. Sondresh baru Justice Shil Nagu kalakentat ban penam kloy ya kejamin kebalayo da Sonam Raghuvanshi kebelasya keno hakmat kajeng peniap elau kurim jongka Uraja Raghuvanshi ha Meghalaya. Wala kayang syari kelapen pau kajeng so artatian halor karai jongki yang syari bahapo penbankam syamlapha biang ya ka syapatok namar baglada benyo ami baglabut perking ya ki kendon jong kajeng yo jamin. Kayang syari Supreme Court kalapha rega notis cakap bakalapan pau bakan pet benia ekrukom yat kamokot uma syawan syim yaki wepak senjam. Laban kerauhang ni baka sarkar Meghalaya kalalet syak yang syari Supreme Court menujur persya ya ka hukum jong ke Meghalaya High Court kabala kersya ni ka rai ka trial court ban ai jamin ni ke Sonam Raghuvanshi. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta ubami khidmat ek sarkar jela ulakan tu badai ban pendam sendon ya kejamin. Nama kejing yo jamin ke David nakadau kejing bakla tho dagi bor pulet hakikat pen kop bor ka balasot bakla ya ka section South Pala Iwe bat section Chis Pala Iwe jong ka BNS. Ka yang syari Meghalaya High Court kala penrem juru iki pulet nama kejing esting ban pencai benia iki dau kejing kem ke belong kejing penken iki hok tenra ya po ka artikel arpuwe bat arpuar jong ka riti sensyari.
Sir, regarding one question, sir. Regarding this Sonam Raghuvanshi case.
You talk to our spokesperson.
Sir, only regarding this Sonam Raghuvanshi's bail, please, sir.
You knew it already.
Sir, Meghalaya government has challenged this in Supreme Court, sir.
Kum shibanta banyale bante lakam ya kejingwan rung bian kibriu kibanabar hakamit jong kasimbaar ka Khasi Students Union KSU Shillong Mingi Circle kalalet khandrai kibriu kibala subajur bakideki minderi kibathia asurok hasau forlong bat kala aitino hakipulit bakinle ya kabadan kam. Ka KSU Shillong Mingi Circle hakamit jong kalai potrek ujeliau arajar arpun riau kalayo ay kajingtep badan katukan igi beriau kibalang artatien kibasyong bat kibatia harut surok hakathan foot forlong pulo bat nong mensong. Maria yo agani kajingtep kidikot jong kaseng kilalit mardor skane kajaka bat toket igi nigi beriau kibanabar bat lap igi nigi beriau kiwan syakane kajela nagabenta ban belasngi. Haba kaseng kapan kikot kisla kibabyang ban pensisya laki day kinong Indian em. Kini gibreo kim lala setia ban ni kikot kisla barwat ke epek ru kumjo kim don. Kani kejeng bamdon kikot kisla ke bobyang kala pensuba balesik ni gibreo kala wandrong syek ni kejela da kejeng temu ki baslendat balak men kata ek syong sok syong san. Kaseng marmar kala IT no ek ni gibreo syek pulet na kebentaban le ek bedan kam kat kumkaan. Kaseng kala maham teng ru igi try jaka ni gibreo ke betemu ban ai jaka syong jaka sa yakum kini gibreo ki bamdon kikot kisla ke bobyang. Ka KSU Shillong Mingi Circle kala penpau bagan yai beteng ban penlong yakum kini gijing kanra bat gijing jurep hakisingi kibanwan hakeleng kabri uhnyo trap naga benta banedai keri bat kajat benrio. Kaseng kala penrem ru ba kajing ya orung latlan jagi mender syakane kejela kedi namar kejing bomdon ki an ki baklan balak bentek lakam ya kajing wan rung kertap jongki.
नाम बताओ क्या मंद्रा क्या हाँ बस्ती कहाँ असम तो लेबर लाइसेंस है नहीं है तो तेरा नाम तो क्या करने आया इधर में
वो ऐसे काम करते बाद में तो काम भी बंद हो गया काम तो है अभी भी चालू है लेकिन काम इधर नहीं किया इधर में आकर के ऐसे काम करता है।
तेरा नाम
कमल लामा
क्या
कमल लामा कमल
लेबर लाइसेंस है
लाइसेंस मालिक के पास पहले बना के रखा था ना
किधर से तुम किधर से
हाँ हम तो दार्जिलिंग का दार्जिलिंग से आया छोटा में आया ना
लेबर तुम भी लेबर लेबर
असम
लेबर लाइसेंस
है मालिक के पास से है हम
कौन तेरा मालिक
है जहाँ काम करता उधर ही
मालिक का नाम क्या
मालिक का नाम तो बहुत होता है भैया जी हैं
जाओ पैकिंग करो
ठीक है
नाम क्या क्या
सुभाष सेन
किधर से
अभी श्रीलंका ही रहने वाला है लेकिन अभी घर नहीं होने की वजह से माँ मर गया है घर नहीं होने की वजह से अभी काम मंदिर में करता है मंदिर
कौन सा काम
सभा करने का पंडित जी का
तो उधर में रहने जगह नहीं मिलता है
उधर में अभी रूम बनाएंगे तो देंगे लेकिन फिर पहले तो मेरा घर था अभी यहीं थे लेकिन अभी तो घर नहीं होने की वजह से अभी तो काम करना पड़ता रहना पड़ता है।
ये लित्रा का जगह है क्या
लित्रा के नहीं चाहिए
तो
होता है सुबह तो जगह है उधर काम करने के लिए
kadon ini ki mender ki ba thia ni ha poi soflong te nak yang seng ni lawan bat la saki bat ngai iba la don di ba jela bat thia ni ha po ketika jan bukan ni te nak yang seng ni la kelibnia la wat tip bat nak cek ipai kut sla ndrai hadu kim la untuk kenal le ba kidon kita ki kut sla biang wat la tang ya ka epic na ke ke ba penting kenal iki ba kidai kinong India kim don te hadin la wat tip ni hadin bang la libnya pan pi ki amba ki wan sini ki wan mana jan miet te kim don Jakarta te la chutia ang ni te ki ong man ki ong ba wan bala ki wan bala sini anda la koi ngi iba kini kim don ya ke nuk ki documents na ki tai ko isla kena ba mintep ya ke ke mu jang ki ba ki ban her sini ka ri ki dungi ndrai kene ngas pun kerma yang sak isian ba man la kapori ba kaseng ka jule ka jukra ka jube ni ki menderi ki bajuan marung sini ki jela jingi klam dron kono ka kot kesana klam kono ka dokumen ko pendikna ba phila menteri nai phila ban song nai phila ban long kita ki nong belas ni te nak leng seng la IT menta sa ko bor plate ba ki bor plate menta kila ya pendikna ni ba kinra sa ko sabdal station ba kile ya ke ba dan kam te kindet mas ko ban ban sai sian ba kini ke jingrung sab jogi menderi sakne kari ke jungi nak por ke penpau sisa ba katlat tak sarkar jungi ban pentre yak tikian ki ban yada ya kari ke jungi ban yada ya kno siap jungi madu ajar kan rio kala penmi ya ka MRSSA bat menta hadu arjar penrio la expose sama ayat menta kamdon kuno kedak sen ba bai bang ini ba kala kasurkar kala pentri sisa ya kenikaan ni saki hak ni samba ada ba kadon ka facilitation center ti po riboy bat katu kelong kawe no kawe ka pasok ka pasok ka ban yada ban ya jun klub jung ni mandari sini reposi menta ni ba menta ki bet pelong ban kita ki jata bam kita ki food court kita ki te nak liang jong ni penremjor yak sarkar ba ka khan kam sinyo kam buram su yo pat ba marba nak po sa pori kaspen biet kaspen itang ki dak kisen kumno man penbiet pat ba andrei kamdan kuno sya kata ka an sya ka baklan mentel kam ya ka ri ka jongi te kumtahi saisian ngaban biang ba ka sarkar kang ben petri kamno mardor ya LP bat kumju ya amar kumju bat pada yailong kumni nak po sak por bat penboring yangi keseng ba imbat ya ka an ti
Menteri Sarkar Barim ke Jala uba AL Hek balong ru uno yalam ke BJP ula ai khublai yo menteri rang badu kari Narendra Modi halor ke jingpha ye ke menteri ke Sarkar Pedeng rengkat be kisong jingarap ye ke Jala Meghalaya ban pentre ye ke kampen roi ula ongru ba ke BJP ke dang but dien halor ke jingdawa pentre kamno ya ke align permit ILP ha Meghalaya bat ban penrung no ekakten khasi bat garo ha ke 8 schedule jongkariti sanchar kari India
Uba AL Hek beri unong alam keseng BJP badu menteri berim ke Sarkar Jela ulai kublai yu menteri rang badu kari Narendra Modi halo kejing pak bongot ki menteri ke Sarkar Pedeng ca Meghalaya rengkat baki song jingerap bat ki skim penroi baper ula kham banjur bamenta klade ke kamram bat ke benta jong ke Sarkar MDA ban menteri kamhok klam da penthot igini ki skim ki bawan ke Sarkar NDA bat ula penpau bawa labon ki sengsan perthai ki kambawan ra ke jing penroi rupat ba utep pat bagini ki skim penroi ki wan thek na menteri rang ba do kari ubari na keseng BJP ula penpau ru ya ke jing shania a ki tenat sarkar kum ka PWD ba ke tenat ka kot ka khya bagian pentikna bagini ki jing mentoi kin poish ki pat ba ki bari penyo jing mentoi khamtam haki kam jing okai perthai ki jing ele akai ka kot ka khya da ka ba kentu ba kare kam dai ka mat election ndai ki ka mat penroi ka ba ke Sarkar Pedeng ka dai banang beteng man ai shik jilla
sending marathons of Union Minister to Meghalaya with a package for development. So now it is a responsibility and duty of our state government, MDA government, how we can implement those packages which are sent through the NDA government for implementations. See, credit, anybody, any political party can take credit, but everybody knew that. This is all a scheme came from the Prime Ministers of BJP. Okay, he is a Prime Minister of NDA, of course, but he is from a BJP party. So whatever they have been doing, it is the blessings of the BJP at the center. There's no related with elections. And this is the development. Development, anytime, any moment, we also are looking for a lot of development coming to Meghalaya, particularly in the tourism sector, and the sports sector, health sector. So we are request to the union government under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister to send as much as possible as been doing also. They have sent a marathons of the union minister with the packages to Meghalaya for the developments of our states. So we also from the party, we also pursuing the same matter for the all-round development of the state of Meghalaya.
Shushu halor ke jingdawa ban penteri kam mek inline permit a Meghalaya. Uba AL hek uli thu ba keseng BJP ba Sarkar jela kidang yai bot dia ne kene kam. Ndri ula banjur ba ke jingite kendon kam dei ban long ke ba penthut de pensta me kipat ba nong wan jing okai perthai namar ke jela ke de bani jing mentoi na ka kam jing okai perthai. Ula pen ket mau ba namar ba ke Meghalaya ke de ke jela ke ba ke lentiyat na ke transit state. Ke jingite kendon kam dei ban penthut ke jingat lenti jugi brio ki belet na Guwahati Silchar leng ba kene gejela ba kejingyat ki pat ba ki bai pat gejela sha Meghalaya ba na Meghalaya shi bai pat gejela ke de ben yat bet klem kanu ka jing e.
It has to, government should consider this, but it has to be do and don'ts. It has to be, cannot be one-sided restrictions. It should be benefit the people who are coming inside and also benefit the state for the development through the tourists are coming to the state of Meghalaya.
So coming to again the same question, ILP, is it?
See, there's so many things there. With this transit state also, it should not be one-sided, restrictions. The restriction has to be for the people coming from the transit state. Suppose from here to coming from Guwahati to Silchar. That also we have to look after. They should not be disrupting the smooth, flowing of any people are coming from outside. It should not be too much disrupting. That's all only.
Halor ke jingdawa ban pendrong ya ke tian khasi ba ke tian garo ha ke et schedule jong ka riti senchari. Uba el hek uli thu badang chen ka BJP Meghalaya kan thu baru Presiden jong seng kila Pak Shiti jo menteri rang ba ado kariu Narendra Modi ban kerpat ban ai ke jing itu ono hakmat la de ki artli ki tien kila pendep ya barok ki kendon ki balabo. Hadu menta ke BJP kan pat yo kanu jubab nak Sarkar pedeng penban kidang ye kentu badai ban pendrong lang no ya kini ki tien ha ka et schedule.
We also written a letter recently also to Honorable Prime Minister to include the Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. I said whoever they have already fulfilled all the criteria, whether the Khasi language has fulfilled all the criteria or the Garo language has fulfilled all the criteria, they have to be given in priority. If both are given full criteria, both are should be considered. If any one of this, they have not been fulfilled all the complete criteria as required by under the 8th schedule. So we tell whatever the languages among the Khasi and Garo which has all fulfilled all the criteria, they has to grant this they should include this under the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India and to recognize the Khasi and Garo languages. Now now we have not received a response, but we have already sent the letter, not only from my side, even from the BJP Meghalaya also, from the President office, they have already sent this also to include the Khasi and the Garo languages. And also we request that whoever from these two languages who have fulfilled all the criteria should be given on priority.
Menteri Kesorkar Jela ubalong ruunong aiktian Kesorkar MDA uba wailat Miki Shela ulaong ba Kesorkar Jela kampat yok pedang ya kanu kejing ujor baka karkhana penmi ethanol habanihat kala penmi palat put ya kejabo kababu jengmai kakot kakya kinong shnong. Ulaya thuru ba Kesorkar Jela kala kentat ya kejing terwa panram Klemsun kaba arspa klur tengka naka USTM bantai ya ka PS Sangma International Medical College and Hospital.
Menteri Ketenat Kokot Kekia ke Jela Meghalaya uba wailat Miki Shela ula pentikna ba Kesorkar Jela kala kentat kejing terpa ban panram Klemsut kabakot arspa klur tengka naka USTM kebetemu bantai ya ka PS Sangma International Medical College and Hospital. Ulito bayak negerai ban om kershan ne airam nasim hida kekenuhan menteri ha kejingelang ke pemencuan. Namar ba om pat dan bentah kekenuhan menteri ha ketua por uba wailat Miki ukubor ba om tip tikena kejing syabaro. Ndrai ula kedo ba kala bandai namar kejing guna pisah ke Jela Meghalaya ke bahap ban pek jengmut penban hakibai pat kikam ba kongsan. Ula benrap dia banamar ba ke USTM kedai kejaka Pulishimet Kesorkar kala ban snow ba kala ban punya opisahi nekiwai pat ki telong meniup pisah bat kala bendai kedau bagi Kesorkar Kashim ya ke negerai ban kentai.
No. Last time, yeah, no doubt at the initial stage, I think there was a discussion, but later on, the government has declined. There is no such support.
The government is not willing to.
Last time, I think in the previous cabinet, I think I was not a part of it, but there I think the decision has come that they have rejected this proposal of giving interest-free loan to the USTM.
So, any particular reason for cancelling this? Not agreeing to this loan, sir.
See, according to like I already mentioned that I was not a part of the cabinet at that time, so I was not aware of what are the integrity of the discussion at that point of time. But I'm quite sure that I think there will be some genuine reason because right now even Meghalaya also is not a surplus state, the revenue surplus state, so it's a revenue deficit. So definitely we also have many other important, other important things to concentrate or to invest. So since USTM being the private institution, so I feel that maybe the government at that time feel that they will be able to maybe from other source they can find funding or financial support. So that's why I think because of that, so the government may have decided in that line.
Menteri Sorkar ubulong nang aiktian Kesorkar MDA uba wailat Miki Shela ula penpau ba Kesorkar Meghalaya kampari optiang ya kanu kejing ujor ke batikena. Halor kejing keno baka karkhana penmi ethanol ha bernihat ke penmi jabo ke bobok jengmai kakot kakia kedong shnong. Ya kenia ula jubab hadian bakal sapriang gawe ke video ke bakadau ya kejing jabo ke shnong na kejing dan karkhana ethanol ha kene kejaka. Ulong ba Kesorkar ketip kenia tangleng ba ke rensan social media. Reklam kejing ujor bagi saki babiang katanat kamla banle kenu kejing jurep. Namar ba upur usam ulong hapdang ke Meghalaya bagi Asam dangdan kejing keno bagi kejing jabo kami nakenu ke Jela. Halor keniu menteri rangba ulah pular benekaran bagi Kesorkar Asam menwat lat ban penduna ya kejing jabo na ki karkhana ha bernihat. Uba wailat Miki Shela ulah penpauru bu umpat tebnya ke kerteng ke karkhana namar umdei uba pej ke tanat kumta ko aban ajing tho klem datip tikna.
And this also we just came to know, I think, from social media. So that's why I think right now, until and unless we receive a written complaint or we have a concrete evidence to know that it's really affecting, so then only I think we as the health department will send for the any kind of survey or anything. Because right now nobody has come forward to give any kind of complaint.
The overall pollution there is affecting the health of the people.
That will be definitely there because last time also I think it's already came in national media as well. And for this also you need to understand because as you know that Bernihat is a bordering area with Assam, and even now also it is a huge debate that the majority of this pollution is coming from where. Because as you know that I think majority of this factory also fall under Assam as well. So that's why it is. I think still it is still the debate is there that to know that how much pollution is coming from there. But at the same time, we do realize that pollution knows no boundary. So it will affect both sides. So it is higher. Last time also, I think even from the level from Chief Minister as well, that he has assured that he will discuss this with our counterpart in Assam. So to discuss that how we can bring down the pollution. But I think just in the recently media also, I don't recall exactly, but I think there is also I think if I'm not mistaken, just a few days ago also, I think the Meghalaya's pollution control board has received one award, mentioning that because of their effort in reducing the pollution in Bernihat. So I think that itself also shows that the government is fully aware and fully serious regarding this issue.
So, but this company, this factory, is it in the border or is it in the area of Meghalaya or Assam?
Right now, I cannot because I don't have the proper knowledge about that, because I don't know which particular factory is that, because like I said, even I also know just a few days back, and since it is not it is not in my department, and it doesn't come through me. So that's why like right now I think it's not wise for me to comment anything like which I'm not 100% sure. So but definitely I think this is in under border Bernihat, like I said, and I already mentioned that it is in border area. So I think it might be in Meghalaya, it might be in Assam.
Hadian ke jing sapriang ka kubor ka balakan no baka karkhana penmi ethanol ha Bernihat ribhoi ke la penmi tedam bat penjabo ya kamariang ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board MSPCB ka la shimkya bat pha ek kan hon task force banle jurep mardor ka karkhana MS Umyam Distillation Private Limited bat ha ke jing thau bnya ek jing penmi ya ka jabo la sham bakalong hapo jongpur ubala sha ek karkhana ban penmi
Ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board kala shimigi senja mardor halor ki kubor ki basapriang hagiran san social media ki bedai bagajing penmi itdam ajabo nagawi ka karkhana ethanol ha Bernihat. Ka board kala pha ka kanhuan task force banit jurep ka karkhana Umyam Distillation Private Limited ka badan ha ka Export Promotion Industrial Park EPIP ha Bernihat. Hak arp kundai trek ujeliau arajar arpun rio. Kerang ban bishar gijing sokya jigino shong shnong. Kani ka kanhon task force kalapoy hakani ka karkhana ban bishar bat thau gijing penmi itdam. Hakani gijing jurep ke officer kila bishar bnia bat shim ya gijing thau halor ka particulate matter ka stack velocity ka differential pressure bat temperature hapo kani ka karkhana. Katkum gijing thau lalap ba ka electrostatic precipitator stack bat ka particulate matter kalong hapo upward ubalasha karkhana ban penmi. Ka kenhuan kala bishar bat shisharu baki kor ke bade ban khang ya ka jabo batadam kilong ke bateri kambha ka electrostatic precipitator ke badan ha ka captive power plant bat ka multi effect evaporator ke badan bat ka system zero liquid discharge kilong ke bateri kambha nangta ka karkhana penkhoj ke badan ka bor man penkhoj ru ka tri kambha bade ko ke balada penkhoj la panan kampat ka po ka cooling tower jong ni ka karkhana laban kedo hang ni ba Bernihat kalong ka way ni jaka ka badan hapo ka jingkmi ibnia namar ka jingjabo ka air hapo ka National Clean Air Program bat ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board ka pet ngor bha halor kani hakni ki arsnam ki balalet ka board kala pha khang shibon ki karkhana ki badan hapo ka red category namar ki penkhanyi kendon sarkar Menteri Rang Ba Kejelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula pensisha ba ke sarkar ketemu ban khang sedon ya kanu kanu ka karkhana la dalap ki penkhanyi kendon hakijing pensha ju halor ka karkhana ethanol lietho baki karkhana ethanol ki kham khoj ban ki wai ki karkhana kum ki karkhana penmi dubilat namar ki penan kam degi marrap khau ki ba da penmi jabo palat lietho ru ba menta ka bot kala penan kam dagi life sensors ban lap klam da apchu ekapor ya kijing penmi tedam ki karkhana ki ba he ane ki bahap apo ki kategori e bagene ka kor ka bor ka phak khubor bet chi bor sarkar la ka jing penmi tedam kapala ki upot ka sarkar kala khang khardap ru ya nreu teli ki karkhana agini ki benai ki belalai namar ki penkhen ki kendon bad Menteri Rang Ba ula kular balada kani ka karkhana ethanol Bernihat ru ka penkhen kendon kan sa khang no sendon
So they are working. They are regularly discussing. I mean, I don't know about the number of official meetings they've had, but on a case-to-case basis, there is a coordination that's always taking place. And the good part is that both sides are now taking steps to bring down. Bernihat is an industrial zone, so So as I said, expecting that it's not going to have certain level of activity is not fair. But yes, things should be under control. And if anybody is found to be flaunting the rules, breaking the rules, not having the equipments in place, strict action to be taken against them. I'm very clear on that, and I will. So let me assure you on that and find out if there is anything that is there that is not as per the rules and laws, we will take action. Ethanol plant is like any other plant, and as far as I know, officers have gone and in all the plants there have been audits that have taken place. We have closed down 6 plants in the last I think 3 to 4 months. Pollution board is continuously monitoring each one of them. So if there's anything that comes out of the way, they will also be closed down. It's as simple as that. Regarding pollution, the pollution is part in general. There is an area, as you know, this is a border area. There is industries on both sides. Not blaming anybody, but there are a lot of activities happening in and around that area. So there could be possibility of certain pollution that is there, which happens in industrial areas. But we are monitoring. I think all of you know this by now, that we actually have a live monitoring system. So we don't depend on manual information coming in from our offices anymore. We actually have live information. Our sensors are there live, and we are monitoring them anytime. Anytime the level goes up beyond a certain point, the information comes immediately to us, and immediately we take action. There are live monitoring systems that are put in now industries, and we're making it mandatory to be put up in all the bigger polluting, I think A category or something they call. All of them we are putting up. So therefore, I think it'll be incorrect to just focus on one particular plant, and especially, as I said, ethanol plant, maybe one of the more cleaner ones, because they use broken rice, or they use, as far as I know, bamboo. I don't know if this plant uses bamboo or not. So they don't use any kind of heavily polluting raw materials. Like for example, if you have a ferro oil unit, or if you have a cement plant, they use different kind of materials that could be slightly more polluting than an ethanol plant. So I think it would be unfair to point a finger. I think maybe it's very easy for YouTuber to just go and collect. But fair enough. If there is any major concern, I am more than happy to send more people to check on it. For me, the environment issues are more important. So I will definitely send my people and ask them to double check on it and take action if there's anything that they find wrong.
Da kijing songkya halor kijing kabamat de kinong rijing ri bat kinong rem hakase palay jong katayaw UMLA ka Maukan Row constituency uba Bante Dorling do ulale ikandu ya menteri ka Animal Husbandry and Veterinary uba Sanbor Shulai bantuklar ya kijing kabamat de kinong rijing ri bat kinong rem namar kijing pur ka klam jong kijing yap seneng.
Habai kiran bikinong pathai kubor hadin ke jengwani kando ya Menteri Keterat Animal Husbandry and Veterinary uba Sanbor Shulai. UMLA ka Maukan Row uba Bante Dorling do ulong bakletai sani halo ke jengya kabamat dikinong rijingri bikinong rap banagalyang Menteri Sarkar lukular bahapo jong ka artayo banra ek nagamat banekran bad Menteri rang ba ka jela bad kularu ban karpat ke Sarkar ban pensangi aswai ke jingwan ra ya kisniang gimana syabar ke jela. Bad ban penmi ya kejing pen menapat ba mentela kam ya kejing pur ka klam ka be kata gisniang. UMLA ka Maukan Row ulong bagi nong rijing ri kila pen pa bagi jingwan rong gisniang gimana bar ka jela kalong kawai ni gidaw ka bapen sa priang ya ka klam ha megalaya. Kumta ka Sarkar kadai ban kang shwa ya kejingwan rong gisniang gimana bar ka jela. Uba Bante Dorling do ula kenturu ipat nong syong bakin kershan kinong rijing ri ka jela daga batiet gisniang balari bat penhe pensan hi ha ka jela megalaya. Bagi Sarkar kan sepisyar benya akan benta bat ru banwat kilat kelenti ke babiang banedai ke kamri sniang bat ban kentiu ke yok kokot jukinong rijingri bat kinong rap ke jela.
Bat ya kani ke kam ila ikran ba nakalyang jong I minister la asyoru ba hapo artayo in sara ya kani ka mat nomor kani ka hapan poi sepo ke level jong chief minister banyakran manra ik report bero nomor ka ni kala di ka kam ka bakhya ba kawidei bat kani ka jing yap jong kisnyang ka jing kata ai kinong ri jing ri mat ka jing her dor mo jong ka dor jong kisnyang habaro oi ka jelahi jadi na ta kadaw mata singi layo ini kran sibun ki ke baro bat ka ba sngotanat kalong ba nakaliang jong iru ila ong ba dalong kumdu kumnuru ya ka pemerintah support ini keren in penbaik syaka indra sarkar bangi haban pensangnya syuai ke jingrung jong ki senyang bawan nabar kata kadai ka assurance BI bat ya kaniru in sara sya government nomor kani te haban penmi da kan fusion kalian ke government kenang ban like ya ka jing sar jong ka khlam ka bawan ra ya ka jingyap jong senyang ka bubun ki jaka mo hapo ka jela ka bi jong ni ka long ke ka ba sultanat do tata ban ngin up ya kani ka artayo ban ra apo ka level jong chief minister no nomor baka kam kala kham kia khandiat mo ka level jong i inum la shu ban penbaik hi nomor bali kala de ka kam ka ban penbaik shalor te ka long ke ka ba sultanat do tata bangyo ban ya kran bangyo ban ya pensngo ye ke jinge habi dei bat ki nong rap ke jungi kam ri jing ri bat nganget ba ke bro ka bayaj bai ya nanti
long nilai yap gisnyang kumbang ila kran gi por meladat yap gisnyang bakasem ke jengi kala long khli menta ringi ila shim me kan kalun te nginom la shu ikuban siu namar bagisnyang gimdar shu te long hadin nang taru kata ke jengi yap gisnyang kamdei ke ba ong ke bawan hi nangi lan ke bami nak ke jela ke jengi habangi la persyang ke ban wan bania beti nano ke tenrai kawan ke de na ke jingwan gisnyang ke banabar te hadin nang ta bade long ngi kum ka federation lan ki society ki bidan po jong state hibro we kentup lang gi para garu ke jongi na katigi na tairu ki laya jun lang ka federation ke jongi kiru ki kendu ke juk kucing e te ngi wanra soka tingi yo haduk mentak singi yo ya ka respon ke bangi kum ka federation ro pediang long ngi suhun rei ke kum ba ngi expect long ba hadin RTO la tio kum la kren is bentedo bangi yo ya ki ke ba ka government ka shimi ke decision ban ngi kerman upah kata decision bukan sim bukan aji nguningi kum ki society kum ka federation ke baik kedua ikan kecil ka sarkar ka encourage ngi ki cooperative society ki IBCS ki FPO ki wiki kenja group bangin sim ya kan ka pigri mission loan ka badai arpulang apo arpulang kadekat khandai prapoja khandai lak prapoja bakane ka loan kadai be ka nak banta prasnem ka bu yangi bangin siu hapo ite isnem claim kono ke interest bat lada ngi cross ya kate nomor kabu installment ngi ka installment kadai ka silak san ku 1000 something kadai punta lada ngi mi santi por padai kala charge biang ngi ke interest ke balong lai percent tai ka encourage ngi ki cooperative society bangin shime ketika loan bat ba ngi kum ki society tingi shime ketika loan ba kanika pok consumption kajing pamdo kajing ya state kajing ngila ken banaka state kajing ban pendap aki yo ki han ndre ngi bade long kum ki society bade habang di sim kalong penban kajing tim yang ngi kum ki society ba kajing wan kisnyang nabar kawan kit penban kat bat kanika khlam te kapur habro ka state kajing tat adu kanika khlimat kamdei su tangnang marni ki basim kalun wat ki ba ri ki snong ki thau ki ying gisam hakino kino ki bentaru kala long selensar kani kijing pang kata kadi kijing e
Kesenjuk kinong de jan kasi market kala le yakandu yung menteri rangba kajala ukon rat ke sangma ha kaba kala penpawi kijing e kaba kimat da kaba syong kapnya bande jing de hapa senti ribhoi parking lot bat kala kerpat ban pen kala durno yakayo kasi hamot pran saka jaka kaba sengan habaro kiliang
Kesenjuk kinong de jan kasi market kaba mikmat ikumba kendai pongut kinong de jan reulum le kendo yung menteri rangba kejelau konrad kongkal sangma ban pen pau gijing e ban kerpat ban pen kelador ya kayo kasi hamat pran jaka kebasingan habro kiliang kani kayo kalong kebedan kam ha kayo kokot baka dusturu kasi kam tami kilong keme bila rem pen ban mentak ihap ban terikam hapo kajaka penyang kali kebakapnya hapa sentiu ribhoi parking lot Kerukom shna yo keba dan menta kalong kebama bat kebakapnya apalat. Kabalak bermalam ya kejing jular kebakrau radaja kanu kejing ja kebasmosi. Banwen gini kejing ma kesenjuk ladawan kesorkar ban shna ki artli kerdop ki bahek bandrung bat ban mi. Ki kerdop emergency ban pelat brio bat ki kor ventilator ki bahek ban pen khot jikal air bat pendunai kejing shed ba kejing sma po yo. Shosho ki lapen pau kejing kwa ban pen kelai kene kayo syaka model eco friendly market ke bapakatam da kejing penbiang ya kerukom lumnyut kejing syai jong ke boarding kejaka banyak jibriau badunat khotmet berkirukom yada na keding kat kum katong jong ke sarkar jela Kini kinong dia jan kidon gejing syania ke bakrau menteri rangba bon shimkya ya kini gejing kerpat kadang menedai kelat yo akam yo jam jong ki sepatuli kilong yang khasi ban ia akan nam ke babha ya ki pateng ke banwan
Jingon ya kendo isa si am jongi mentasi ni kok ya ni ai puram ya ka ofisi king jongi isa si am bala ali ashtom na kaliang jongi ba kila pen yarap na kaliang ka office jong ihi ba kila ai ngi kani kala ni yo ba kendo mentasi dia ka jingi kendo isa si am mentasi misngo hi badan kata kacing kermen nomor ba ka ai ka ba ikran ma i ha ka ba yadai hi ya ka jingi le ikran ba isa si yo ya ke entrance ke emergency exit ke ventilation ke kamlong ke dukan barokhat ila ya thulot ke baro hai sa CM bat nila ra ro dekat ka memorandum jengi hai nila submit hai tika ai ke detail barok kala long hap ka katan harap ke memorandum hi dekat kum ke ai ke bangi syam ya kran be CEO kum tahing ya kran be sa CM di anda habang nila ikran ba i di isu ong tang ka ka kentian yang i ba nakaliang ke jong i in hapan ya kran ba empat lak ban pular ya ba menta ban pendap no ne bakan long no ne ban biang no ti ong ensa shim ya kejengkit kli badan kam ya ti empat lang kita gi beri pet smart city nang tanah kalang ba office yang iru hab hi ban ya trilang bat ka smart city ngim nang su ban batay na marba karukom long hapo te kadang simpor ba kadang simpor namar kita ki dukan kini kita bikin pihak ingin tempat dan temah kadang sulong hall betul ti kabangipan ni kata ke emergency exit kabanlong na kabamlong ru ngimtip ya kata nilawan ya thu ai CM kumta ti lara kidon sekita kijing penkela ha ke entrance kani kata ti yo kan dak kham simpor hi thua
Kum kadak ban penpaw ya kejing sengu ya ke sarkar jala halor kejing pentrekam ya ke one time settlement OTS scheme ban map iki khajana ke basateng jong ki kali kamai ha ke se balang jong katayo ke joint action committee kala penlong ya ke program hasusotham auditorium shillong ha ke ba kala penkup buram kerpang ya menteri rangba ke jala ukonrat ke sangma rengkat badia ki angut ke sembut menteri rangba ke jala kata uba preston tensong bat ubah sneau bahalang dhar.
Ha kajingalang sngongo ikijing pentrekam ya ke scheme one time settlement kebelalong ha kashitarik naitung arhajar arpun rio. Ha bakarana kajingalang menteri rangba kejelau lepen pau beginong yalam san pertai bun sien kiju sya penrem bat sya kentho. Haba kimla ban pun urlong ya kijing kimilinti badong habdan kijing lan yo kinong yalam san pertai kum kinong syun ndrei habala ban pun bet iki ka longpat ka bakham nyar bagandon kijing ai jing itu kum ta kani kijing penan buram kalong ka berenjing mut ba yaki kum kinong san pertai bat kum kinong yalam ulong bag sarkar jela klashe mekarai ka bakrau bat ka bajuat ba ban map no nakum ba praspa san folklor syaka shispa klor tengka abubuah kemadaya ke bahag kemiat jugi hajar teli kilong giang. Pada kena kepisah lah aban penon kam haki wei pat kikam. Andre kisngu tu bakumba khandre wajar ngut kinong nya atrok bat ki bahayang joki kumba arlak ngut ki brio kin syak ta ajur bat kumta kila shimeka rai de bapai kemat halor kene ke benta. Halor ke jing syak kan thok ke sarkar jela baka plet jingmut tang ki project ke bahaya. Ukondat kongkal sang mau luong bakila beye ki jing te ki bahaya tang ba kila kut jingmut lang da ke ba buah kemat dapat ba la kalong kejing penbet kejing abla slam jikino hikai kejing kershan kinong rap dan iban pun kok bor ya kinong sengkam sengjam
tenung te gao yu kejing kejing kret sutong yo ki am tenung pru driver ya kari digimlan du yu mi kon itu yo la tu lo poken pating lu jala tahu macam kita mengenai crisis keduting besorkan pagi ini các trong một chặng tập bộ này
cũng cần được program nghiêm ju kham lo coi ha cái gì sakri pai ba ở chỗ này nama nani uba sakri pai ba uba don na cái suki bun cái sakti bun cái sakti tan thân biệt khi bạn appreciate cho các bạn còn mà lo mi mas ngoba it khot jom a joint action committee kubले sia jan ya tani ke jing pendon bulong jopi we are deeply honored and you really inspire us. We are all human beings. Please don't think that because we run the government, just because Shri Konrad Sama is the Chief Minister, myself and Basnobha, just because we are Deputy Chief Minister, we don't commit mistake. I think that is totally wrong. We are all human beings and we are also all commit mistakes sometimes. So what I am trying to tell you here is, in this special program, we need to work together closer for the interest of the state of Nepal.
I will admit that there is much more to be done. I am not saying that we have done everything. Absolutely not. We have just started. But one thing I can tell you, that we are in the right direction. We are better off than where we were before. And for us to take Meghalaya to that level where we dream Meghalaya to be, we need everybody's cooperation. You may not like one individual, or you may not like one politician, or you may not like the chief minister, for whatever reason. But that does not mean you start doing things that harm the people in the state. We are all here to work for the people and for the state. Please keep that in mind. And this is a message not just for the audience here, it's a message for the people in the state. That at the end of the day, individual is not important. It is the state and the public at large.
Hashwa banginya kami iki kubor badang sa inya phai biang shwashe por sa kini kijing panbana.
Amlilay, pikhalan.
Kanda pi tharai karne ka bisa. Kali jauh na kane. Ba, ka hospital te kala ajngai nang ni.
Binti Ashwa hang ni hadu nda de por khamo. What was laitan?
Sister, hap siu kat no ma?
Ka sarkar kala siulut ikijing lut jing separo.
Namar man ka way pa ka way ka minsim ka long ka bakordor.
Habang inya peteng biang iki kubor sa sising ngan pen kenmawi ki mat pakongsan jong kubor men tak tayo. Penduk no kekenhuan menteri ya ke MPSC Regulation 3F bat menjur bantau ya Southerly ki post Special Secretary. Lasdang ke Special Intensive Revision Arhajar Arpon Rio ban penjana ya ke thup nong thebut ha Meghalaya. Ra ka KSU ya ki arpau tadi kimat hakmat menteri rangba ki bakan thup ya ke ILP bat MRSSA. Bensyai ke MSCW halo ke jing tokit ya Henry Umut ki thai le kai cricket. Benskam ke High Court ya ke Rai Jamin ke Session Court ya ke Sonam Raghu Banshi. Benkup buram ke JAC ya menteri rangba bat ki Deputy Chief Minister bapentekam ya ke OTS scheme. Bat play menteri rangba ya ke hostel jong ke School Pine Mount bat ya ke MTTA. Ka Sning Block Hetman Forum UBHF hakasri ba ar jong kata yo kalai kendu yo menteri ka kot ka kya ka sarkar jilla uba wailat miki shilla ban kerpat ban shim kya mardor halo ke jingbom don ni ki kamrat ya ki babyang ha ka Sning Community Health Center CHC bat halo ke jingdu na palat ha ka jingdon ki doktor ban a jing sakri ye ki pat ba ki ba wan pha sumar man lakasngi da kispa ngut
Ka Sning Block Hetman Forum UBHF ka mamikmat ikomba ars patli gishnong hapog Sning CNRD Block. Kelio ban kendo ban IT ya kador ka sa menteri ketenak ka koi ka kya ka sarkar Meghalaya uba wailat miki shilla. Hagani ka ji kendo ka senjuk belai lam dok presiden ba Frankie Nongrum batu general secretary uba Banshan Nongbet. Kalapan pa gijing ujor bat kentu yu menteri ban chim kya mardor halor ki henreu teli ki mat badan kam ki bakta upat ba nong shnong. Halo ka jing terekam jong ka Sning CHC. Kenang ban penben dok loy kijing e kinong shong ki badan kam ya kijing sumar. Kini kimat ki balapen sengo ki kentop ya kijing mamdan ki kamratya ki bakerpang na kabenta kinong pang ki balarang ba lani ki mail ward ka bapenlong ki kinong pang ki baduk ni tanong kendong ban mat e kijing shitom. Bat wat ban do no ela kijing em. Namar ka Sning CHC kalong kawai ka hospital sarkar ka badan hagani ka than. Shosho kani ka senjok kalau ujor halor kijing duna palat ki doktor habin ujor ba kijing wan ki pat ba ki buan sumar pang bat Kaba penlong iki doktor ban kia kakam palat bat ka jingbam dan doktor hak pormen miet. Ka senjok kala penpauru bakani ka jaka sumar kadang duna ki tiar sumar ki bakat kum ka rukom trekam jong ka CHC kaba penbor ginong pang balet shkiwai pat ki jaka sumar. Halor ka MHIS ka senjok kala kentu yu menteri sarkar ban pendrong no ekalat ban sio ka pisa jong ki tes ki baginong pang ki haban shna nabar. Haba kitu ki tes kim dan hapok kana ka CHC. Kesenjuk kala kadawru kejing kwa ban penstang ya kejing kya kinong pang kibuan cukup Sning CHC de kejing terwaban sina ya ka PHC ke batamai ha kerdam kulai ne ban kentiau ya ka O Point Sub Center ringkat kejing kentiau ke Sub Center kum ka Sauluam Maulendap bat Maulang Syaki Kerdan PHC kesenjuk kala kenturu menteri ban penyo ya ka Mobile Blood Donation Vehicle dan ka blood mobile kabala ban lech kishnong kiskol bagi jakat rekam ban pensuk ki brio ki bakwa ban aisnam klem dan kam ban lech hospital bat kenturu yu menteri sarkar ban chim kya halor kini gimat ban pendolong ya kejing bhajong pat ba nong shong shnong
spa tam iki shnong ke ba ni petne te hadin ke di pa ching ban di conference kolong ka ni CC musing sector kabang ilawan kendo yang masnong ni health minister ban pau di kini ki cike evaluation hampir CC musing sector kabang lu ko point kabang mutan ki kejelasnya action ba jadi jika action ba kabang mentala cencusan masuk dalam tentang ada entahi kaman pada action jadi ini untuk health minister इससे काम करके ये काम वगैरह कच्चा के काजी हम जब नित्या कमबा अमा लेही अमा बासी सिनो por ba nompang ribu nompang tu dan jika dia buat cuti akan isi buat kita next day pak susu oi bukan buat sisi terjenjar ba dan jika dia ba itu nompang apa bang hi tak ada apa
Menteri Rangba Kejala ukon rat kesang ma hakasngi palai jong kata yau ulaple ya ka yeng bathamai jong ka boarding jong ka school Pinemount ka ba ki khanna kinyo bansa bat ulaple ru ya ka Meghalaya Teachers Training Academy MTTA ka badai ka jaka ka ban ajing hikai ya kinong hikai
Hagani kejing play ya ke boarding hostel jong ke school Pinemount lay dan lang menteri ketenat pulih putih uba lakmen rembui menteri ketenat animal husbandry and veterinary uba san borsulai ubalong ru MLA kathan ki he officer sarkar bat kibe habagran kejing lang ukon rat kongkal sangma ulapen ken mau bo lalit jingo ekene ke school ho risau ke senem arjar arpuar bat ule kran bagi kena pulih bat ule I markmat kejing e ki bagi haban mat namar kejing long jingman ke hostel ke bomlong ke babiang satya Nrei kakata aru ika baha kamiat bat ke pulih putih jengki kena leng bagi ni kijinglong. Kum tahu la batha bani ai mardor bat ai kijing kular gi khna apule bantai thamai ya ka hostel bat ulepen pau kijing ngohon bani i bagi jing kular kle urlong shisha. Ukonrat kongkal sangma ulai ban ba kapuli puthi kalong ka kam ka ba khmat ya ba kijing pen bhai kijing tei ke de senjam ka ba kongsan ha ka ban penti kna ya kijing mi ka ba kham bha na kijing pule. Baru ong ba kijing kalai kedan jingmut kin omwan jatang ha ka shimiet ndai kedan kame kijing persyang ka ba yai beteng kijing kot jingmut bat kijing shimkhia ya kijing dan kam jung upat ba.
That if we want to take our state forward, it can only be through investment in education. And therefore today, whatever we're doing, we're ensuring that we support, we invest, we do whatever we can. Some of the toughest decisions we have taken are in the education department. You have a long way to go in life. You have so much to achieve. Life is just beginning to unfold in front of you. My father used to say that whatever you do in life, in whatever situation you are in, he said, remember 3 things. Keep smiling, keep working, and keep praying. These are the 3 things that he used to tell us. And I'll take a moment to explain why. He said, keep smiling, because smiling doesn't cost you anything. And not only does it release your tension and pressure, instead of having a very tense look on your face, it relieves the pressure and the tension of the person in front of you also. So the smile, he used to say, is the most cheapest medicine you can get. You don't need doctor's prescription, you don't need any medicine you need to buy. It is one of the best medicines that you can have, is a smile. So keep smiling, and you will get through all the challenges. Keep smiling, keep working, keep praying. Just say these words when you get up in the morning, and say these words before you go to bed. I'll tell you, it will make a difference in your life. I wish you all the very best. I wish Final School the very best. May God bless each and every one of you. And may God bless Final School and our entire state.
Hagani ka juga singi kata ka artarek unaitung arajar arpunrio. Menteri rang ba agajlau konrat kongkal sangma ula pliru ya ka Meghalaya Teachers Training Academy MTTA. Bat ong bakat ba kajing tei kedai beladak ban pli kam haswa nrementa kapani kajing sedang jang kene ka academy ha kasni bela pli ka. Ulong bagane kambe satya tang halor kajing tei kadai halor kajing wan ra ekor kom trei kam kaban pen klan jika nongrem jang puli putih ha Meghalaya. Bat kene ka academy kan cheme ka benta ka badan kam ba ha ka ban weng ya kajing dunai ka bela slam ba. Kamtam kajing aji kai pen tebet ikino ikai. Ukornat kongkal sangma ulong bagajing tau ya ke MTTA kalawan kum kejubat kajing ba kamat kebalapan pau haga National Assessment kum ka PGI bat ka para Rashtriya Sarvekshan Arajar Arpusau. Kabalabo ka Meghalaya ka kadan ka bahasa Traido. Haka bede bat ka Learning Outcomes jong ki kena apule. Kijing kan ki batayru batang ka nyaw nagsispa na kinohikai haka jela gleshim benta ha kijing pentebet ika kam ka bagi tray hagis nam ke blalet no. Ulong baga puli puti kalong kumuksay bas okerdot. Balada tan epat uksay bas okerdot. Weipat unang scam kum tadon kam banlaw suki ba ya uksay bas okerdot.
Te paralog da kitu ke kubor ngela poi se ka bakut jong ka thup kubor jong imenta ka tayo in sai sham byang bathin la sham tayo. Tu play shit.